So we move on to the main topic, which is, quick hitters. So I have Collibra, now what do I do next? So quickly, these are the 5 things you could do on a very quick turnaround basis. You do business glossary, you could do data dictionary, you could do data help desk, you could do policy management, and then you can also do reference data management. Typically, we've seen that these are the ones that are the choices made by people as they jump into the data governance. So let's start with business glossary. So I would say it's a no-brainer, and what we've seen is in almost all cases that the businesses start with business glossary. So business glossary, this is where you define your data. For your data to be meaningful, its context needs to be clear. And this is where most organizations start with their data organization journey or data organizational implementation journey, because every organization has one or the other ways to identify business terms or business assets. It's very important that business terms carry very specific meaning. And to give you an example, customer name, if you ask in your organization, you may get different answers depending on the different departments that you go to. It may mean one thing for one department, but it may mean different for another. In order to achieve a consistent meaning, we need to define a precise meaning in each domain or each context in which those terms are used. So that's where Collibra business glossary comes in handy. And this is where you define all your business terms, business assets, and then you can also define more details around those business glossary. But if you already have a business glossary that's either in a spreadsheet or in some other form, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to go and create those again. You can import that easily within Collibra. You can import your existing business glossary from Excel, and once you have it here in Collibra, you can add or enrich your business glossary. You can add more definitions. You can create relationship with other assets, other business terms, and once you have more maturity around your data governance, you can add more details around business glossary, business terms that have a governance or policy that is associated with those business terms. So you can create a whole workflow around business glossary, where before a business term is introduced, it has to be proposed, and it has to go through a series of approvals and the business stakeholders to make sure that the term that you're using is already in use. If it's a duplicate term, then you can make sure that this doesn't make it into the business glossary. So you have an approval workflow where you can actually walk through the steps that are needed in order for a term to be promoted into your business glossary. So to summarize what you could do with business glossary, you can agree on business terms, rules, and policies. You can enable online stakeholder collaboration. You can make sure that the impact of data policy changes is understood. When you make business policy changes, you understand what business terms it's going to impact, provided you have those relationships defined. And then you can visualize relationships among data elements, systems, and processes. Collibra allows you a nice way to look at the lineage, where you can actually look at its relationship with other, if you have metadata, you can see how this business term is related to metadata and what is the system of record for that. So you can visualize all of that. And then you can classify business and technical assets using unlimited hierarchies. In many cases, you would have business hierarchies that need to be defined. So here you can classify those. And then you can associate your terms, business terms or business assets, with rules, policies, codes, business processes, and reports and KPIs, and so on. So this allows you to basically do a context-based management of terms that you can manage at enterprise level or department level or project level.